We are currently on our third leg of the day. This is day one of a 3-day trip, and we are trying to get to Philadelphia, which is where we're supposed to overnight tonight, but the plane is broken. It is 3:05 in the morning. And my report time was 1:42 p.m. We were not supposed to be here this late. Originally, we were supposed to land around 12:59. You might think doesn't really make a difference, but when it comes to overnights after having a very long day, it really does make a difference, the 1 or 2 extra hours that you're missing due to delays. Let me show you the room real quick because I've never been to this hotel, and then we'll talk about today. It's actually a very nice and spacious room. Brought a lot of food, so I'm glad I have these items here. Very nice, very nice. No one's hiding there. And then here's a room. Nice king-size bed. And we'll see the view tomorrow. There's a full length mirror on that side, but that's pretty much what we have for the next 14 hours. Today we did Orlando to Grand Rapids to Orlando, and then Orlando, Philly. The aircraft that we were on had some maintenance issue. When we were on the ground, right before we went to Grand Rapids, it seems like they figured it out. We're good to go, we're clear to go. We go to Grand Rapids, things work out. We come back to Orlando, and it seems like the aircraft was like, no. I'm tired of flying, I'm not going anywhere. So the aircraft unfortunately had to be grounded because of some messages, and even though the message on the computer cleared when maintenance was running some tests on the back end, the issue was still there. So they were like, it's just not safe. We then had to wait for a little bit on the ground so that, you know, they could tell us if we were gonna teleswap, which is what we ended up doing, or if they were gonna cancel the flight. We're also looking at our time because we were very close to, not super close, but we, you know, in like 2.5 hours we were going to approach hour 15, and at that point they need to ask if we want to extend, a whole bunch of different procedures and stuff. So us as crew, you know, flight attendants were, you know, we just sat down, looked at our report time, and then how many hours we have been working and how much time we had before we needed to call crew scheduling in case that we were going to have more than 2.5 hours on the ground there. I always say this, and it's like whenever delays like this happen, I don't get excited about cancellations because 90% of the time we still go, and then our layovers are affected. And I am pretty sure that this happens at every single airline, where you think you're not going to go and you're hoping to stay, and then you either still go and then you have a shorter layover, or then you end up getting a whole different room schedule that is just not convenient for you. And so initially our layover here was probably like 16 hours or something like that. Now it's down to 14. I'm not gonna lie, it was very tough. I think it did help that people were not in a mood. You know, we try to make the best of it. I did have some passengers that were like, I'm tired, I want to get home, and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure we have not been working since noon. And they're like, oh, I didn't realize. And I was like, yeah. You have no idea how much coffee I've had. It's just been a very long day. So right now, of course, you guys know the drill. I am going to put my stuff away, especially my food items. My ice packs we gave up on me a long time ago. So I really need to get that food on the fridge before it goes bad. And then, of course, I'm gonna shower. And if I don't see you again before I go to bed, then I will see you in a couple hours for day 2 of this 3-day trip. And then, of course, I'll tell you about what we're doing later today, because really it is 3:10 a.m. and then our van is at 4:40. So anyway, I'll talk to you in a little bit, or I'll see you tomorrow, which is really later today.
The next morning.
Well, hello guys, good morning and welcome to like 10 hours later. It is the same day, Thursday, sometime around 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm about to have breakfast. I got some oatmeal power cup from Kodiak. I have some pineapple, and I recently bought some instant coffee that I really liked. This is instant coffee, it's Bustelo. At Publix, and I think a pack of 6 is like $1. And it helps, you know. Obviously it's not my typical latte, but it kind of helps. Today's somewhat of a better day if nothing gets delayed. We're doing Philly, Fort Myers, Fort Myers, Cleveland, which I've not been in Cleveland in a very long time. Our credit for this trip was blocked at 1640, and I guess with all the delays and stuff, now it's showing 1715. And our time away from base for this trip is 57 hours and 13 minutes. My duty day today is 8 hours and 3 minutes, and we get a credit of 5 hours and 58 minutes. That's what we're doing today. The crew that I'm working with is actually very, very nice. The girl I am with working in the front, me and her have a trip next week, and we're both working the same positions. And then I do know someone that's working in the back. I actually worked with her when I was Philly based, so some time ago. And when I got to the gate yesterday, I was like, "Is that you?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And in my previous video, I was talking about connections and all that, and so I think it's just nice that now that I am, you know, working more often, I am making those connections and, you know, getting to know people around, or just really see people that I work with some time ago. I'll talk to you guys soon.
3 hours later.
Layover here is coming to an end. We are heading over to the airport. We are working 2 flights today. We are doing Philadelphia, Fort Myers, Cleveland, which I think I might have said this already, but just in case, let's just say it again. I've been drinking that instant coffee, and as good as it is, which is not really, you know, my regular latte kind of thing, I think I am gonna get some coffee when I get to the airport. Yeah, you know, I'll have plenty of time before I need to be in my gate for this flight. Hopefully today everything runs smooth. My hair's looking a little crazy, but I'm just a little rushed. I got like 5-6 minutes before I need to be downstairs, but hopefully today goes smooth and we can just go to Cleveland. We should get there sometime around like 1 a.m. or something like that, and luckily the hotel is very close to the airport, so we shouldn't wait a long time to get to our hotel. With that being said, let's get day 2 of this 3-day trip started. It is 9:16. We start boarding at 9:27. The cleaners just got off the plane and we are ready to go. We have 113 passengers going to Cleveland, and our flight time today should be like 2 hours and 20-something minutes. Coming here, we had a full flight. It was very quiet, surprisingly. I do love the Fort Myers route. People are always super nice. Flight time down here was 2 hours and 8 minutes. And then it was a smooth ride. It was good. I am flying the C position, and you know, I think for all my trips I always work like different positions, which is kind of nice because I'm constantly you know, just working different positions and I'm remembering everything rather than just working the same position for every single trip. And I don't think I have anything else to report. We're going to Cleveland, like I said. I don't know if I'm going to do something tomorrow. It's supposed to be raining, so we'll see what ends up happening, but I'll see you when we get to Cleveland. Officially welcome to Cleveland. I am not excited that it is 22 degrees outside right now. Today went so well, so smooth as it should have. I am looking for Netflix here because I don't know about y'all, but I started watching Netflix, a documentary about the Malaysian Airlines flight, and I need to finish that.
12 seconds later.
It is a few hours later after I came to the hotel. It's actually 2:59 in the morning, and I came in, put all my stuff away, and then showered, and now I was just looking in open time to see if I could swap some of the turns that I have this month for trips. There are a few trips, but the goal for me is if I'm going to swap for turns to trips, I want to make sure that at least I get the same credit that I am getting for these turns. So for example, there was a 2-day trip that came up for Sunday, but it's only worth like 11 hours. And with both the turns that I have, it's almost 14 hours. So yes, I would get the per diem of the trip, but in reality, I am making less hours and technically gone for more time. So I think I'm just gonna keep the turns for now unless something else more productive shows up in open time, but I was just stalking the trade board to see if anything came up. Today was 10,000 times better than yesterday was. As you guys know, we were delayed, extremely delayed because of mechanicals and other stuff. But that's yesterday, so no need to bring it up again. But today we only did the 2 flights we did in Philly, Fort Myers, Cleveland. The first flight was full, and people were super nice. It was a nice flight. And then Fort Myers, Cleveland, we had maybe like 70 open seats, so not a full flight. As you guys know, I lived in Cleveland, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I think I did a video a little over a year ago talking a bit about my story and how I lived here in Cleveland. So if you're interested in watching that, I am going to put it up here so you can check it out. I also linked it on the description box in case that you kind of want to wait until we're done with this one to go check it out. And then I was hoping to meet with some locals, but tomorrow is Friday, everybody's at work. And even though my van is at 6 p.m., by the time people get off from work, I'm really not gonna have that much time. I did talk to a few friends, my old roommate and all that, but they do have work. I think I am going to say goodnight now because it is 3:06 in the morning. I really need to stop looking into open time. And then I will see you tomorrow for day 3 of this 3-day trip. Good night.
The next morning.
Welcome to day 3 of this 3-day trip. It's been a very slow morning. It's snowing here in Cleveland. And it's funny because we landed in Cleveland, but we're not in Cleveland. We're nowhere near Cleveland. Our overnight is short, and usually when we have shorter overnights, we have to stay places closer to the airport. It's close to the airport, but it's not in Cleveland. So if I wanted to go downtown and explore and do things, I would have to go all the way to the other side of town. Ubering there would not be the most affordable Uber ride. And the other thing I could do is just probably take the hotel shuttle to go to the airport and then take the rapid to downtown Cleveland, but that sounds like a lot, and it's snowing pretty bad out there, so even then I wouldn't be able to like walk around and sightsee and do my normal things, which usually involves going to Barrio. Barrio opens at 4, so why would I even try to go there? And then Mitchell's Ice Cream, I think they open sometime, I think like at noon, but my favorite flavor is amaretto cookie, and it's a seasonal flavor, and it's currently not in season, so even then they wouldn't have the ice cream that I want. So no, I decided that today's gonna be a super chill day and just relax and do nothing. I just ordered some food. I got some Jersey Mike's. I really love Jersey Mike's. Comment below if you love Jersey Mike's too, or if you love a different sub shop. For me, Jersey Mike's #1. Right now I am about to watch, I started watching MH370, which is Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. The docuseries just came out on Netflix. I think it's like 3 episodes. They're like an hour each, and so I'm like halfway through the first episode, and I want to finish. My goal is to finish the whole thing today, so that's what I have on the agenda for today. Today we only have 1 flight, and that's later tonight. We're going from Cleveland to Orlando, and then we're done. I think the flight is oversold, if I'm not mistaken. What else do I have for you guys? Yeah, I didn't really have breakfast. I went downstairs to see if I could get a latte, but it seems like the coffee shop is closed. I do have my instant coffee, but you know, instant coffee is like, you really don't have access to getting, you know, the real deal, then just go have instant coffee. I am definitely talking a lot, so I am going to let you guys go for now, and I'll check in with you in a couple hours to see what I've been up to, and if not, I will see you then when we go to the airport to work this 1 flight back to base. It is a few hours later, and guess what I did the remaining of this overnight? Yes, I slept. After I finished watching the documentary, which I highly encourage you to watch, I started to feel sleepy and I was like, I'm gonna follow that feeling. So I fell asleep and then I woke up around 5:15. It is 5:52 and I am all ready to go to work. We only have one leg today. We are going from Cleveland to Orlando and then we're done. With this 3-day trip, it was definitely an interesting, fun trip. I'm glad that it'll be over in a little bit. Our plane is coming in from Cancun and should be landing in the next 20 minutes or so. Our van is at 6 p.m. and our report time is 6:48, so we definitely have a little bit of time. I would like to stop for coffee because I haven't had a real coffee. I went downstairs earlier to see if they had some, but they didn't. So most likely a coffee, and then I have a salad that I'm going to eat if I get hungry during my flight. But that's pretty much what I got for right now. Let's head on over to the airport and get back to base. Yo, there's a reason why I live in the Midwest. What's up with this weather? It's been snowing all day. It's so cold. Anyway, our flight is delayed, so we have like an extra hour at the airport, which is enough to get coffee and food. So let's go. To Orlando. Flight time here was 2 hours and 1 minute. We were originally delayed because the radar wasn't working, but then turns out that we were able to figure it out. We made some time in the air and we landed at the time that we were originally scheduled to arrive, but turns out that we had to wait like 40 minutes for a gate. So, you know, were we really delayed because of the radar? But anyway, we just got here and I am waiting to get picked up. I have 1 day off and then I have a whole bunch of trips that I'm going to work. So a lot of content coming your way. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Also like this video, comment if you enjoyed it. If there's something that you would like to see for future videos, also drop those in the comments so that I can work on those and make sure that I bring that content for you. It was such a good trip. I really enjoy my time. I actually get to work with the A flight attendant again on Sunday, and then we have another 4-day trip that we're working together, so I'm very excited for that. I'm looking because I want to make sure that I don't miss my friend that's going to pick me up. But yeah, if you did enjoy this vlog, go ahead and smash that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time for another vlog. Take care.